palo a mí me ha dado. La mujer que me he ganado, con un palo a mí me ha dado. Me cela con la sombra y hasta la vecina de al lado. Rosa la tapiñera, así que me tiene a mí engañado. Me cela con la
My name is Jacob Edgar. I'm an explorer, but I don't search for lost cities or ancient ruins. I'm on the quest for a different kind of treasure, music. As an ethnomusicologist and world music record producer, I travel the globe hunting for the best songs the world has to offer. And I suffer through some of the worst, so you don't have to. I've got a backstage pass to the world's music, and I won't stop until I've heard it all. Cartagena de Indias is Colombia's gateway to the Caribbean and the epicenter for Afro-Caribbean music styles that have had a huge influence on the rest of Colombia, Latin America, and the world.
Cartagena is an amazingly beautiful city on Colombia's Atlantic coast. This was the city where much of Latin America's wealth was brought before it was exported to Europe. So the diamonds, the gold, the emeralds was all brought here. And it was constantly under attack by pirates, by buccaneers. So Spain spent massive amounts of money fortifying this city. They built huge stone walls lined with cannons to protect it. And Old Cartagena is remarkably well preserved. I mean, you could spend days walking around its little streets, admiring its picturesque balconies. And while I love it, it's beautiful, if you want to hear the real beats of the street of Cartagena, you got to go to where the people are. You got to go to the barrios. So you got to go beyond the walls of the old city. And of course, that's where I'm going to go.
Over the centuries, African music and dance mixed with native indigenous styles, as well as European influences. Like the local sancocho stew, this unique blend of spices and ingredients has resulted in a delicious combination of flavors. It was here on Colombia's Caribbean coast that cumbia was born. This iconic Colombian rhythm, which is traditionally accompanied by a risque courtship dance, is now popular in nearly every corner of Latin America. More recently, Cartagena is bouncing to the hot sound of champeta, which blends contemporary African styles like Congolese soukous, Nigerian Afrobeat, and South African bakanga with Latin and Caribbean grooves. But before I delve into the modern sounds of Cartagena, first I explore the roots by meeting the legendary Totó La Momposina, one of the most respected figures in Colombian music. Totó comes from a family whose musical roots stretch back 5 generations, and she's devoted her life to promoting the music and dance traditions of the Caribbean coast of Colombia. Totó first takes me to La Popa, a mountaintop overlooking Cartagena that was once an important location for indigenous and African rituals, and is now a Catholic convent.
Entonces yo propuse de venir acá porque esta ciudad, Cartagena, es el resultado de 2 culturas, indios caribes, porque nosotros estamos a orillas del mar, pero también todos los esclavos africanos de sus diferentes etnias que llegaron aquí y se representan allí en este cuadro. tengo los bolsillos pelados. Los que construyeron este convento fueron los mismos que construyeron las murallas de Cartagena, los esclavos africanos y los esclavos indígenas.
From there, we head to Las Bóvedas, whose former dungeons now house touristy gift shops.
Bueno, aquí en este momento se vemos muchos almacenes de ventas de artesanía.
Sí.
Pero en el tiempo de la conquista de la colonia, aquí venían los barcos cargados de esclavos, queramos o no queramos aceptarlo. Es parte de nuestros ancestros que llegaron aquí a Cartagena, pero esos ancestros trajeron una cultura, pero ya una cultura de diferentes regiones, de zonas del África. ¿Y por qué hablo de esto?
Sí.
Porque nosotros tenemos la cumbia, es una danza ritual. ¿Por qué es ritual? Es el enamoramiento, una música que sale de las culturas indígenas de aquí, que son las gaitas.
Sí.
Luego se combinan con la percusión africana. Pero esas dos culturas se enamoraron a través de la comida, se enamoraron a través de la esclavitud, del sufrimiento, y aparece la música, que es la manera de transmutar el sentido del amor, de la unidad a través de la música. Eso es la cumbia.
Eventually, we end up at La Boquilla, a popular beach destination for locals, but a far cry from the wealth of the old city and the fancy resorts on the other side of town. As Toto and her band set up to play next to an old fishing boat, local children begin to gather around.
Va subiendo la corriente con chinchorro y atarraya, la canoa de bareque para llegar a la playa. Va subiendo la corriente con chinchorro y atarraya, la canoa de bareque para llegar a la playa. El pescador habla con la luna, habla con la playa, no tiene fortuna, solo su atarraya. El pescador habla con la luna, habla con la playa, no tiene fortuna, solo su atarraya. ¡Uva! ¡Hagan palmas!
Toto sings El Pescador, a classic cumbia about a poor fisherman who speaks to the moon while waiting for his net to fill. It's a truly magical moment seeing Toto in action, passing on Afro-Colombian traditions to a new generation as the sun sets over the Caribbean Sea.
Habla con la playa, no tiene fortuna, solo su atarraya. Vamos a hacer una rueda, ustedes bailando. ¿Quieren bailar? Aquí, sueltecito, pareja, mujer con hombre, mujer con hombre, mujer con hombre, mujer con hombre. Eso, mujer con hombre. La luna espera sonriente con su mágico esplendor, la llegada del valiente, del alegre pescador. Yo les veía a los niños como ese deseo de participar. No sé si tú te diste cuenta que poco a poco fueron llegando los niños.
Sí.
Yo vine a eso, a enseñar que debe de estar. Hay unos que estaban bailando como el estilo reggaetón. ¿Por qué? Porque ya no hacen las ruedas de cumbia. Habla con la playa, no tiene fortuna, solo su atarraya. El pescador habla con la luna, habla con la playa, no tiene fortuna, no tiene fortuna, solo su atarraya. ¡Allá va la atarraya!
While cumbia dates back hundreds of years, the African influences on Colombian music continue to this day. Champeta is a style of music that originated here in Cartagena, and it's fascinating because it draws a lot of inspiration from contemporary African dance music. It's really rare in Latin America to see modern African music being so popular, and I wanted to learn more about this unique champeta sound. So I invited my old friend Lucas Silva, a music producer and filmmaker from Bogota who specializes in champeta, and Luis Towers, one of the biggest champeta stars, to meet me at Basurto, a loud, dirty, busy, totally insane market that has played a central role in the history of the style.
Lucas, where are we? This is madness.
Yeah, this is the Basurto market. It's kind of the mecca of champeta. Everything started here. And Luis Towers was one of the first singers doing African music covers of soukous, high life, Afrobeat. So little by little, champeta takes his own identity, and now it's really like a big movement.
Like many of the top champeta stars, Luis Towers is originally from the nearby village of Palenque, where African traditions are still going strong. He anglicized his name from Luis Torres to Luis Towers, and it's appropriate because he towers over me and most other people.
Nosotros crecimos escuchando la champeta, escuchando la música africana. Okay. Entonces, esta música llegaba a nosotros a través de los viajeros locales, quienes navegaban por los mares del mundo, llegaban de pronto a Francia, llegaban a Nueva York, llegaban a cualquier lado en donde conseguían esa música que para ellos era desconocida inicialmente, pero que les llegaba. Entonces, de esta manera,
en las
sí,
venas,
las
¿no?
venas definitivamente. Entonces, aquel ritmo con letras en inglés, en francés, en lingala o en cualquier otra lengua africana, eso les llegaba. Ellos no sabían qué decían las canciones, pero les llegaban tanto que decidían comprar los LPs, los traían acá, se los daban a los pequeños picos o sound systems, okay. Y estos comenzaban entonces a colocar esa música.
Ahora Charles King, el palenquero fino, le dicen el martillo de...
Tell me, what is a pico? Tell me what that means.
Pico is the local version of the sound system.
Like what you would see in Jamaican dancehall, these big
really,
speakers.
Very much like Jamaican sound system. There's a lot of huge speakers all around the closed area.
Yeah.
Putting a heavy sound that make you shake your whole body. You feel like
it's taking
really
over, just
like
goes into your
earthquake.
Yeah. For all this music, there's also a lot of dancing, right? I mean, what's the champeta dancing like? I mean, this sounds like music to dance to.
Yeah, man, the champeta dancing is really like really hot, erotica dancing for real.
Erotic dancing.
For real.
Well, this market is beautiful, and it looks like they have a lot of good food here, no?
Yeah,
I imagine they've got some great food.
in Cartagena, and it's cheaper.
The cheapest. All right, I like cheap and good. That's a good combination.
Yeah.
Should we go take a look at what they've got?
Let's go, yeah.
All right.
Bueno, y ahora el rasta le llaman el poeta. ¿Por qué?
All right, ¿dónde estamos, Luis?
Estamos en el área de comidas del mercado de Basurto, en donde encuentras el arroz con mariscos, el arroz con cerdo, el arroz con frijoles, el arroz con coco, el arroz con cangrejo, mejor dicho, sí, aquí hay comida para todo, aquí hay comida para que seas pasivo y hay comida para que estés en la jugada.
This looks good.
Lo mejor de Cartagena y Colombia.
The best of Cartagena, yeah? The best of Colombia.
Bueno, yo creo, pero bueno, Colombia es muy grande, ¿no? Entonces...
Que tengo mi swing sabroso, eso lo sabes, mami.
After exploring the sights and flavors of the Basurto market, we head over to one of the many record shops, which carry local artists, as well as a wide selection of CDs direct from Africa.
Zulu Hits, I have this one. This is a classic. ¿Qué tiene de los artistas de aquí? Oh, he looks nice. Yo soy el bárbaro de la champeta. Hernando, champetas del perreo. I think I'm gonna go home with all of these, probably. Cool. I'm gonna do some shopping.
Luis and his guitarist Franklin set up in the middle of the market for a stripped-down version of El Liso en Olaya, one of Luis Tower's most popular songs.
So here in Basurto, you can do lots of things. You can get food, you can get your hair cut, like this gentleman here. I don't know. I'm thinking about getting a haircut. What do you think? Cartagena is famous for being a great party town, and at night, the city's clubs light up with the sounds of salsa, cumbia, and electro-tropical beats. Lucas agrees to show me around some of the local hotspots.
So here we are, it's one of our last nights here in Colombia, and you can see our ground team over there is working hard, but I have this sneaking suspicion that they're just texting each other.
So Lucas, I hear that Cartagena is known for its nightlife. Is that true?
Yes, Cartagena has been always a great place from the 50s till today for cumbia parties, salsa parties. Today, a very special place for electronica parties in the beach.
Wow.
Well, for champeta parties, of course.
So there's a lot of nightclubs around here. Is there a bar or a club around here that you recommend?
Yeah, I recommend Basurto Social Club. It's a new kind of place in downtown in Cartagena. You can hear some champeta, some reggae, or new salsa, new cumbia. There is not much places like Basurto in Cartagena. It's one of a kind.
So check it out.
Yeah, man.
All right,
Check it out.
I think I hear some salsa. Well, Lucas, that was fun. I can tell why they call Cartagena a party town. Well, Cartagena is an amazing city. Great nightlife, great day life, everything about it. I love it. I wish I had more time, but I'm definitely going to come back here someday. It's been a lot of fun.
Solamente originalidad en Cartagena, solamente originalidad.
Original.
Esa cucha sí que tiene sabor. Ella no quiere tirar la toalla, se va para la discoteca, borracha y en peluca. loca, está la vieja para en la raya.
For the biggest, most intense, and most unique party in Cartagena, you've got to get off the beaten path and check out a Picó, one of the dozens of massive champeta sound systems that blast out incredibly loud music that's guaranteed to get your mind off any troubles you may have while shattering your eardrums in the process. I've heard some loud music in my time, but nothing equals the earth-shaking, hair-blowing, heart-stopping bass of the Rey de Rocha Picó, one of the most popular in Cartagena.
Dicen las mujeres que soy como un martillo, que me paso la vida trabajando con el clavo. Dicen las mujeres que soy como un martillo.
My companion at the Picó is Charles King, also a champeta star, and well known in the local scene for his hit songs that are filled with bawdy double entendres and stories of daily life that the man in the street can relate to.
Descríbame lo que está pasando ahora.
Bueno, ahorita estamos gozando con el Rey de Rocha, mostrando la champeta para el mundo, y a nosotros nos gusta eso porque es una manera de que nos reconozcan aquí como descendientes africanos y que mostramos una cultura basada en lo que es nuestra identidad, y eso es lo que hacemos cada fin de semana. Mostramos en diferentes picó, más de 100 picó, hablando de champeta, con intérpretes, con bailarines, y todo el mundo se divierte.
¿Y qué distingue Rey de Rocha, por ejemplo, de otros? ¿Qué busca la gente en sus picos?
En el Rey de Rocha la gente busca diversión y escucha mensajes de las canciones y escucha diversidad de música, y eso es lo que la gente busca, un picó que lo haga divertirse, que lo haga salir de ese diario vivir de la gente.
¿Y de qué tratan las letras de las canciones? ¿No?
Las letras de las canciones que nosotros hacemos tratan de todo, de la vida social, de la ciudad, de los barrios. Más que todo se habla en un dialecto regional, una especie de vocabulario general de los barrios populares. Por eso no ha trascendido mucho, porque mucha gente del interior del país no conocen lo que se está diciendo, pero nosotros sí.
Y el baile del champeta, ¿no?
El baile de la champeta, la gente más se centra en la expresión corporal, en esa comunicación entre dos universos que son los cuerpos de los seres humanos. Y la gente de otras élites lo ve como un baile vulgar, pero la gente normal de nosotros que escuchamos esto lo vemos normal. Es parte de nuestra identidad, de lo que hemos perdido con la colonización. Y entonces lo estamos recuperando a través de la música champeta. Se puede mostrar como nuestra verdadera identidad como afrocolombianos.
Le llevo la buena a ella. Yo no sé.
Cartagena is definitely a place to add to your must-visit list. Its magnificent old city rivals the illustrious colonial ambiance of New Orleans, Havana, Cuba, or San Juan, Puerto Rico. Its nightclubs, cafes, and restaurants will keep you entertained, comfortably caffeinated, and well-fed. And with its incredibly rich history, culture, and endless depth of great music, Cartagena has earned a spot in my personal list of favorite cities.